Hi guys, so today I'm going to be using the rotational discs. So by popular demand, I know a lot of you have these at home. So I'm going to show you what you can do for the hips and the shoulders in order to use them properly. So first you're going to go ahead and you're going to put them side by side but not touching. You're going to very carefully put your feet in the center of them. They may have little feet already outlined on them. Don't worry about that. So the big thing about the discs is it helps create movement in the joints. So specifically in the hip joint and in the shoulder joint, two places that we tend to hold a lot of stress and tension. So you can use them either by being static or by being movable. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go and show you a bunch of things that you can do. Please feel free to pause the video if you wish. I'm just going to go through a bunch of exercises for you, okay? So you're going to start, make sure that you're on and that your second toe is facing forward, okay? So you're having the discs as close as you can without letting them touch. If you're on a slippery surface, you might also want to get a sticky mat and put them between the disc and the floor. So, ready? So, keeping the left leg straight, you're just going to rotate the right leg out and then slowly rotate it back in. And you're going to try to keep the hands on the pelvis and keep the pelvis nice and steady. It's harder than it looks. Go out and in. If you can do this facing a mirror, it works a lot better because you can see what your legs want to do. So, and just make sure that you're not too close to the mirror because you want to try to keep your neck and your gaze up as high as you can. So then we're going to go and do the other side. So now my left is going to go and I'm just rotating in and rotating out. Rotating in and rotating out, right? So you can feel this working right up in your deep six hip rotators. And in. I want to try to not look down. I don't have a mirror ahead of me, but so I'm trying to do the best I can. And come back. Then you can do both. So rolling open, good. And you really want to feel yourself relax the upper butt area and try to really feel yourself rotating the top of the leg in the socket. Softly drawing the belly in. So make sure that you're not coming down, make sure you're not popping the belly out. Try to be up nice and tall and the shoulders are back and down. Again, you can have the hands onto the hips and then roll in. And continue to think about being tall. Roll open and roll in. And this feels really good in the hips. Roll open and roll in. Good, now come back to parallel. Good. Now you're going to go ahead and do both to one side. Remember, we naturally have a wider outward or lateral rotation than we do medial. So don't fight and do weird things with your hips. This is where mirror comes in handy. Now you're going to turn the other way and be tall. And turn and not let the hips move. Turn and turn. You're naturally going to shift from side to side as you rotate. You might see me gently moving. I'm not shifting my body, it's just because of the rotation of the top of the leg, your ischial tuberosity in the pelvis, that's doing this. So come back to face forward. You can do that entire sequence with the knees soft. Now if you do, make sure you're not popping the bum out, make sure that you're drawing the belly and scooping the tail, okay? And from here, again, you go out and in, and out, and in, right? You can do that with the other leg. Out, and in, and out, and in, and then you can do both. You can go open, and in, okay? Go open, and in. And still maintaining that nice neutral pelvis, and make sure you're not jamming up into your SI, okay? So keep the anus relaxed, keep everything relaxed, okay? You're just working, and if you can, right? Hopefully you all know how to engage your transversus abdominis, your TA. So go in and out. Then you can go side, side. You can get a little funky, okay? And then you can go up and you can start to go down. You can have a little bit of fun with it. Just making sure that the pelvis stays neutral. Good. So you've done all that. You can start to go out, bend, in, lift, out, bend, in, lift. And then reverse it. In, good, out, lift, in, bend, out, lift. And it's all about, when you're on those angles, not to let the legs move. So on that bend and lifting up, I'm fighting like crazy to not let the discs turn in. So challenge yourself. If you have any questions, please comment below, or those of you who are my clients, you can text me. Now, a fun one that I like to do is keeping the legs straight. And you spin around. And once you get there, it's challenging. You bend, because you're breaking the chain. Then you come up and you squeeze and you come around. And then you bend and come up and squeeze and around. Bend and up and squeeze. Good. And bend and up and squeeze. Okay, that's kind of fun. You can also do it just with one leg on. Keep in mind that the knee will have to be bent if the foot's on the floor. So if you need more stability, please feel free to work one foot at a time. Now, one disc. These are just basics. I'm going to get another video up for you guys with the rotational discs, okay? So, of course, it's just about having freedom. So if you just swing from side to side, you can see I'm getting pulled this way. So that means that this part of my abdominals is weaker. So I actually need to work harder to turn that way. So I'm rotating. Feels pretty good. You can do this watching TV, get your arms moving and swinging, right? It helps with proper gait while you're walking. Your arms should swing opposite of the leg. And then you can go down. And you can go up. I know, it's so simple but effective. So, well, we have our darkest days of winter right now. You can watch TV or listen to music or look at the pretty lights on your tree maybe and do this. So you can go down and up, and then you can challenge yourself. So here's how, you saw how it's turning this way. You can challenge yourself to really get the abdominals working in the way that is your weak side. The way you do it, okay, and it's a little complicated. So both arms are in front and you're in a semi-squat position. Now Pilates squat, curl the pelvis. Don't pop your bum out, okay? So you're sliding the back down a wall. It's okay for your knees to go over your toes a little bit. That's functional. You're gonna reach and take the arm back behind you, okay? You're looking, you're following that thumb. And you're gonna spin from your core and turn the knees around. Now, your arms are gonna switch position. As you switch position, you're rotating around. And then you spin. And then you try to do it again. And spin. And then you do it again. Spin. And then you try to do it the other way. So chances are you're gonna choose your favorite way first. So, arms in, ribs in, pull back, and woo! I put my hand on the wall because I couldn't reach. And so then you come back and spin. And so you can keep going. Here we go. Did it without falling off, see? Good. I could do that over again and make it look like I can do it perfect, but you know what, honestly, we aren't always perfect at balancing. So we aren't always perfect at everything, which is totally fine. So that's all the leg stuff I'm going to show you. What we're going to do now is I'm going to be going down to the ground and I'm going to show you the shoulder stuff. So I have a pad for under my knees and I have the discs shoulder width apart. You might need to put something pad-like on top of your discs for your wrists. These are great exercises for your shoulders, okay? So what you do, you spread the fingers out, press the knuckles down, and you're gonna roll. Let me move the band a little. There we go. You're gonna roll all the way out, and then you're gonna curl, and you're gonna roll all the way in. And for this, you can see my discs are sliding a little bit. This floor is pretty slippery. I could use some stickies underneath them. Roll open and roll in. Then you can do roll to one side, right? And roll to the other side. You can add a little bit of lateral flexion, a little bit of side bending in to get your spine moving, right? Go over, right? And you can do one at a time. So do one arm and really focus on it. These are great for your rotator cuff muscles. Rotate and then come back and then do the other side. Stretch and stretch, because as you go to the extreme way, whatever yours is, you're actually contracting muscles and working them and then stretching the other set. So this is really good if you get sore neck, if you get sore shoulders, sore pecs. These are great exercises. So play around with that. That's all I'm going to give you for now. I think that's more than enough to get you guys started with your rotational discs. Have a wonderful day.